Welcome into the GT Counter Podcast. My name is Tyler. That's my guy Grayson over there. G, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's going on, Ed? Oh man, what a day and a half I've had. I told you all about it already. We'll keep the viewers from having to know. They don't need to know about our poorly piss poor passport system in this country. Um, Point being made, wanted to get into one thing really early with you that has absolutely nothing to do with college football, but it does have to do with sports. Uh, Dave Portnoy has launched the Internet Invitational golf tournament that was played out at Paynes Valley earlier this year, and they finally are dropping the videos for it on YouTube. And I don't know if you've watched any of it, but it was actually pretty cool. Like 48 golfers broke them up into two teams of 24, did 12 match Ryder Cup style. It's been pretty interesting to watch. Now, my biggest thing is the slander that the boy Luke Kwan has been getting on social media. It's just been insane. Everybody in the comment section is just some absolute inbred losers, dude. Just guys commenting about some dude missing his golf round. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Luke could probably not care less about anything you guys are saying. The dude makes millions of dollars every single year. I think the last thing he cares about is what your guys' opinion are on his performance in the Internet Invitational. So, um, does it suck that he didn't show up? Yes. Should he have apologized and probably been a better teammate to PFT, who, granted, is horrible. So it's probably very difficult for someone of his standard, where he's like a +7 or +8 handicap, to watch somebody that goes out there and is just. I mean, that dude probably couldn't break 100 if you put a gun to his head. So,
Not at
yeah.
all. Well, and it is just kind of funny. I wasn't sure the direction you were going with that, but like I saw the PGA Tour dropped a Twitter
Hi.
highlight and it said, "Don't sleep on these Luke Kwan highlights." That made me laugh. It really did.
Dude, people are all over the place with it. I haven't watched the second video. They dropped the second one today at like 2 p.m. or something. So I have a problem because the first time they dropped the video, it was like 4.5 hours long or something. And I watched like the first hour, and then Taryn and I watched TV. And then as soon as she went to bed that night, which was like 10 o'clock, I stayed up until like almost 2 in the morning watching the other 3.5 hours of that video. So
God.
I'd anticipate that my night will be another 3.5 hours spent tonight watching the rest of this first.
I just don't have the bandwidth for a video that long. I just can't do it.
Dude, it's like watching it. To me, it was like watching the Ryder Cup, except for like the golfers are talking to you, and I don't know. It's entertaining when you watch golfers that are just bad. Like, you get your Bobby Burgers, who's not a bad golfer. He's probably better than me, respectfully. But he's bad for the scene that you get to watch on live television. So yeah, it's just interesting to watch. I mean, Sketches on there. That dude is horrible. He's just hitting the ball sideways. Needs to stay to console and PC, and definitely take the golf clubs and put them away for forever. So
He's just there for he's the vibes hire, the personality hire. Just what's up, brother?
yeah,
You know, that's it.
him and there's a guy on there named the Duke, and yeah, it's incredible. Later after we're done here, just type in the Duke golf swing. Just
Oh,
just go
jeez.
watch it. Just go watch it. It's quite incredible. It's quite incredible.
Yikes. Well, I will definitely have to set aside some time for that. But I mean, it's hard to set aside time when every 5 minutes there's something new coming out about your guy BK in the system at LSU. Like our guy gets fired on Sunday, and then this entire week we've got every power player in Louisiana from the governor on down. Which, by the way, that's the first time I've ever heard the governor of Louisiana. It's straight out of Central Casting. That guy, I mean, it is legitimately like just some Cajun white dude. It's like, oh, yeah, that checks out. What a mess they have down there. So Brian Kelly's fired. The athletic director's fired. The governor is all up in all the affairs. And apparently the board of trustees, who all report to the governor, is going to be making the hire, but the governor is not making the hire. The governor called out all the agents who represent all the coaches and the ADs. Things are going well at LSU. So, what's been your reaction to all of it?
Well, my first reaction is with the government shutdown, wait until the House and the Senate hear about this. They'll be right down the road, right to Louisiana to partake in this. I mean, it's going to become a majority vote out here. They got to have something to do. So simple as that. But outside of that, it's just been crazy, man. I think the biggest thing that I've seen on social media about this is just all of his former players just frying him, just saying like, I got injured. I was a starter at LSU. The moment I got injured, Brian Kelly never spoke a word to me ever again. He exiled me from this team, this, that, or the other. I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I'd love to hear some of these Notre Dame players' opinions, like of just what kind of guy this guy was. Because based off of everything I've seen on social media, you get the bad's probably seen more than the good is. So that's a vantage point. But yeah, he's just been getting torturized on social media. But I told you, I said it at the beginning of the year. Brian Kelly loses 4 games. He's getting canned. I guess he didn't need to lose 4. They have only lost 3, correct? So three
Only
games
took
and it's
three.
3 games and it's sayonara. Don't worry, Venables will be joining the group of SEC firees here in the next couple of weeks as well. So 4 games for the young man, 4 or 5 for Venables, and he's kicking rocks as
Well,
well.
so the important thing to remember about Brian Kelly is that Brian Kelly did kill a kid back in the day, put him up on a sky lift whenever the wind was blowing 80 miles an hour, and so Brian Kelly does have a murder on his hands. So he is the only coach who can say that. So I guess
Yeah.
that does separate him in terms of the fired football coaches who are out there. But the LSU situation is just interesting because by all accounts, it should be one of the 5 to 8 best jobs in the country, all things considered, with funding and what it is. But the university is in such a weird place. They don't have a president right now. They're trying to get that situated. Now they don't have an athletic director. The governor and everybody in the state of Louisiana politics is far too involved. So it's like, I mean, the governor, who is just violently Cajun, said all this stuff about LSU on, I think, Tuesday. And this was at a press conference that was supposed to be about food stamps and what the state of Louisiana was going to do to support people on food stamps.
Ugh.
And instead, he just spends 10 minutes just undressing the athletic director, nuking Brian Kelly, and then telling them that they're not going to do the same thing again, but that he's not going to be the guy to hire him. So it's
Yeah.
just, I mean, it's truly chef's kiss. Like, this entire thing is so Louisiana. It's not even funny. Like, I do feel bad for LSU fans, great fans that are obviously very passionate, and they have a winning tradition, winning history. But my God, is this tremendous content for everybody else, because this specific hire is going to be nuts with all the different chefs in the kitchen, the people involved. It's going to get freaking stupid, and I can't wait to see what happens.
I'm gonna be so honest with you. I don't think I'd want this job. Like if I was a coach, outstretched looking in, I don't think I want this job. I don't think I want the Arkansas job. I don't think I want a job in the SEC. Because at this point in time, you lose 4 games, you get fired. If you don't win the SEC in 4 years, you get fired. I'd much rather if there was an option in the back and if there was an option, if I was the greatest coach in America, if I was Nick Saban and I was coming out of retirement, and they said you can have any job available on the board, I'm taking Penn State. Much easier to win. Much easier to have an opportunity to at max lose 2 games. I'm sorry, but you're not getting fired if you lose 2 games. I mean, you're just not. You're probably making college football playoffs 2 loss team every single year in the Big Ten.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And that is what, like, when you look around the SEC, Arkansas's open. You've got Florida open. Wouldn't be all that surprising if Oklahoma opens. You mentioned that.
Auburn's going to open up.
Auburn's going to open. Like, there's so many openings. That doesn't even include LSU, which is probably the best job in
And
theory out of them all.
and hold on. And when Lane Kiffin leaves right here, Ole Miss is going to open up. And if Sark leaves to the NFL, Texas is going to open up. You might see a whole new regime of
I
coaches in the
forgot that that
SEC
was
next
news
year.
last week. Good grief. What a week we've had.
Yeah, you might see a whole entire new regime of coaches in the SEC. It's going to be a brand new up and coming organization.
You know who will
So
not get fired? Mark Stoops, because it's basketball season in Kentucky, baby.
there you
Wildcat
go.
football is on the back burners.
That's huge. That's huge.
That dude has the best job security out of anybody. They're just good years, like 6-6, 7-5. It's like,
Make a
oh,
bowl
great
game.
job, coach. Well
Make
done.
a bowl game. I mean, it's simple.
Yeah. They
Make a
put a
bowl
scare
game.
into Texas this year. It's like, coach, good game, man.
Yeah.
Glad to have you. We'll see you next year, buddy.
Yep. I mean, the Elko days are over where you had a legit defense and you could be like a little bit of a scary team at times. Those days are over. And now Texas A&M looks like, yeah, very special. Very
Yeah.
special organization he's putting on year two, Elko.
Yes, it is. So, in terms of LSU, is it Kiffin that you think is the top candidate, or where should they? I mean, I've seen your guy Marcus Freeman floated around. Obviously, that's yeah. I just think that's agents just trying to get your guy a raise. Which
I think that there's a lot of guys that could fit that bill. I think that if LSU is smart, they would go after Marcus Freeman. Why wouldn't you? I think if you're any team in the country, you go after Freeman and you try to offer him a big paycheck. I just find that Freeman is a loyalty guy, and unless Ryan Day drops dead in his sleep tomorrow night, I don't imagine that Marcus Freeman's going to leave any job for anything but Ohio State. Like I think that Marcus Freeman would leave for Ohio State tomorrow if Ryan Day was to go to the NFL or if Ryan Day was to drop dead in his sleep or I mean he's not going to get fired. Um, let's be realistic.
I don't know. They were ready to fire him last year, and then he won a national title.
Yeah. Hey, there's a lot of good coaches that are available right now.
Let him lose to Michigan, and we'll get that conversation back in the microwave.
I'm telling you, they might win another natty this year. I mean, goodness gracious, they're a powerhouse. I don't think he could get fired. I mean, I just don't
He
think so.
won't, but if he does lose to Michigan again, the content will just be incredible. It will truly be one of a kind.
Loses to Michigan 2 years in a row, but wins two natties.
Fan base is split. It's like, I know we won a national title, but this guy can't beat Michigan.
This guy, he just gets outmanned by Michigan every time.
It's like Notre Dame going 11-1 every year, but just losing to USC without stop.
I think it'd be worse if Notre Dame went 11-1 every year and lost to Northern Illinois. I mean, that game about made me want to. That game I about was on 1-800 the suicide hotline after that one. I mean, that game was horrid.
So, coaches that I'd like at LSU, I think Kenny Dillingham, Arizona State, would be a great hire. I think that Sumrall at Tulane would be a good hire. I just worry that Louisiana politics, are they really going to take the coach that's at the college in New Orleans and move him to LSU? I don't know. That seems a little messy to me. Brent Key, maybe, who's at Georgia Tech, Drinkwitz at Missouri, guys like that. But I think Dillingham would be at the top of my list. I think that dude's an absolute stud as a coach. What he's done at Arizona State has been remarkable.
Yeah, my thing is I think LSU has no morals, and I think that they're
You would
one
be
of the
correct.
few.
Their morals are crawfish.
Yes, and they're one of the very few teams I think in the country that morals are so low. I think they would take a stab at Urban Meyer.
Oh God.
I'm telling you, that dude knows how to win in college football. He's a horrible NFL coach, but he can win in the college football outlook. I mean, he can.
He's too
He
much of
always
a
has.
scumbag for the NFL, but college that fits right in.
Yes, dude, he fits in perfect for for college. Yeah, I know that's probably a far stretch, and they probably won't hire him. But if any team in the country was going to hire him, I could see LSU.
Coach O would like the job again.
Yeah,
We should
saw
probably
that.
not allow that to happen.
Yeah.
The man was not a excellent football coach, but boy, can he recruit that state, and that would be a problem.
Yeah, he could recruit, dude. He could recruit, and there's a bunch of good coaches out there right now. Matt Campbell, I don't know if he would go all the way out to LSU, but I'm sure they would offer him a bag if the opportunity presented itself.
Oh, without question. Without question.
Yeah. There's a
So for
lot.
you as a Notre Dame guy, how did obviously Kelly going from Notre Dame to LSU kicked Notre Dame on the way down, said he needed to go to a place where he could actually win national championships. Did you throw something on the grill Sunday night to celebrate? Like how is that for you?
I actually just poured one out on Saturday. When they lost to Texas A&M, one of my favorite things to do as a Notre Dame fan is watch Brian Kelly's post game press conferences. And as you watch Brian Kelly's post game press conference, it was like the LSU boosters or whoever had told him before the game, if you lose this one, you're getting fired. Because he walked out there, and for the first time in the history of Brian Kelly, he took accountability for everything he's done. He said, it's my fault. This team is great. These players are great. I didn't prepare them well enough. We as a staff didn't prepare them well enough. This, that, or the other. We weren't good enough on special teams. When we punted the ball, we didn't punt. We punted it. We should have kicked middle punt instead of punting down the sidelines. I didn't train them well enough to go against this return man. He took every single piece of accountability, was on Brian Kelly, which had never been seen in my life, which is how I knew immediately he was getting fired. I just knew. I was sitting there, I was like, Brian Kelly got fired today. Like, you go into a meeting like that and you're like, yep, I'm letting it loose, boys. No more blaming anybody else. This
I
is
was
all
about to
on
say
me.
he finally got himself in a spot he couldn't weasel his way out of.
Yeah, this one's all on me, fellas. This one's all on me.
It's just so crazy. Like, and for him, I don't know what job. Like, it might take like Wisconsin or Michigan State opening. I know he's got some better history up there, but like, who's going to go hire 64-year-old Brian Kelly? Like, I don't know. Might be
Listen,
it for him, right?
listen. He's gonna make, I think it was 53, but I feel it was 53 million, but somewhere I saw that the buyout went down maybe.
They
Um,
might have agreed to less, although that hasn't come out yet.
yes, that's what I saw.
And it would get offset if he does get a different job. LSU would pay only the difference in what his new job pays him plus what he's owed.
Yeah. Well, nonetheless, Brian Kelly doesn't need to coach football anymore. He's 64, 65 years old. He's about to probably make bare minimum $40 million. Just go retire, buddy.
Spend
This
time
scene
with
is,
his family.
yeah, this scene is over, dude. The worst part for him is that he's been so horrible in press conferences and stuff. There's no way he gets any like analyst job or
I was
anything. I
about
mean,
to say
he's not
nobody's
gonna.
going to want him on TV.
No, nobody wants to see him as a broadcast guy. I
The
mean,
way he yells at his assistant coaches, the producers would be like, "No, thank you. We can't hire him.
he might have a chance to get Thursday Night Football on Peacock, maybe.
Let
If
him and
he's
Jason Garrett hang out."
Yeah, give him Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime.
That's right. And again,
Not
it is just
Peacock,
important to
sorry.
point out that Brian Kelly did kill a kid. So it
Yes.
just does need to be out there that he can't go into the humanitarian space either because
Yeah.
he did kill a kid.
And he gets the Ray Lewis treatment, man. The Ray
He
Lewis
does.
treatment.
And
You
many
kill,
people are not talking about the fact that Brian Kelly killed a kid.
you kill somebody and there's no accountability needed.
Yeah, I mean, like every time he sees a skylift, he's just thinking that's a murder machine because he sent a kid up there. It's just terrible.
Yeah.
Brian Kelly, bad guy. Hate to see it. I did tell, so it is funny. I was telling some of my A&M buddies, and as a Texas fan, I was like, "Great, you guys winning just revived LSU football. Thanks a lot." And then, granted, of course, this was before the governor and everybody else in Louisiana politics was like, let's take this job that's widely seen as a top 5 job in college football and let's actively make it worse by interjecting ourselves into it. Anytime you can make a job worse, you just have to do it.
Yeah.
Have to.
It's simple. It's so simple. Yeah. That's just bad, dude. Just bad.
So congrats to LSU. They've freed themselves of Brian Kelly. They're on a bye week this week, and then they play at Bama. So
Yeah. Good luck.
Frank Wilson's the interim. He's a LSU lifer. I saw they've already got all sorts of alumni and things back in the building. Brian Kelly did not. famously allow alumni to come watch practice and be around. And so, of course, this week, bye week, alumni everywhere. It's like, oh,
Is this
yes, yeah, LSU's back.
is this LSU team going to be praying for bowl eligibility?
I bet they get there. I think they have another bye game. Like, I
Uh,
think they play Helen Keller and, like, it just kind of is what it is. But, yeah, I mean, they're not going to be in a good bowl game. They're
yeah.
5-3, and they're going to be 5-4 after Bama.
Yep.
Get ready to learn Texas Bowl.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. I think no, we can foresee it later. I'm not going to jinx it. We can foresee it later.
All
Yeah.
right.
I'm not going to jinx it early. I don't want
Love
to talk
that.
about it. Too many OU fans on here to jinx it early.
Yeah, we can't early call that one. We'll let's cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah.
But do know we are speeding towards said bridge,
We are speeding towards that bridge quickly.
especially if something happens in Knoxville this weekend. But
Yeah. Well, something happened last weekend in Norman, so that was
something
special.
did. Something did. So some games from last week. You brought up Ole Miss, Oklahoma. I thought Oklahoma could win that game. They did not. That defense looked terrible against Trinidad and the boys. Great win for Ole Miss. They've just got to not fumble all over themselves, and they'll be in the playoff. But if there's one thing I know about Ole Miss, last year their team was even better than this year's team, and they were like Kevin at the office, fumbling chili all over themselves down the stretch as they, lose to Florida. Didn't they lose to somebody else terrible down the stretch? It was like,
South Carolina.
yeah, they lost to Cocky. It's like, golly. So they get South Carolina this week. They play Florida, and then they have the Egg Bowl, which is in Mississippi State. Feisty group, experienced that one firsthand. So they just can't fumble all over themselves. But I don't want to anoint them yet just because I've seen them fumble all over themselves before. Just saying it's possible.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you from this game though, watching Ole Miss play, I'm still not high on Ole Miss, but I am high on Kewan Lacey. That dude is a freaking animal. He definitely earned every single penny he's getting paid in NIL today or on Saturday. I mean, he just went to work. He was great in the pass blocking game. He was great when the football was in his hands. He was a weapon today. I mean, he played really, really well. Um, Outside of that, don't let the OU football rushing yards skew your brain. Xavier Robinson got, I believe, 65 of those on one of his handoffs. So don't let that skew your brain at all. John Mateer was averaging probably a half a yard per carry. Why they continue to run the ball with him?
Didn't throw
Everybody,
it well either.
no, he was the second worst graded player on PPF or PFF college on the whole entire team. Yeah, he played like crap. Um, yeah, I, yeah, he didn't play well at all, and I think it's a problem right now. They have got to stop running the ball with him. It's essentially a worthless play right now because he's scared to run the ball because of that thumb.
I like Blaylock back there, the true freshman. He's been pretty good. And
He's
they've actually found something running it, which is more than what they had before.
Yeah, he's been good, but he's been hit or miss every now and then. I think they'd be better off if they just handed off the ball on an end around to Isaiah Satania every single time they wanted to give the ball off.
Probably,
Just let
honestly. Yeah.
Satania take the end around. Here you go. Go get some yards or throw a bubble screen. I mean, you do
Yeah.
you. You
Yeah.
do you. Just go 5 wide and let Mateer just run a draw. Worst comes to worst.
Exactly. Some other games from last week. You've got like Illinois lost to Washington by 17. BYU still undefeated after beating Iowa State. Iowa State 4 turnovers, lost by 14. They were up 14 in the first, or they were up 10 in the first half multiple times. Rocco Beck threw one of the worst picks you'll ever see. Threw it right to a BYU guy with nobody else around. BYU scores that. They go into half down just 7. They come out of half, they score a touchdown, score again, and all of a sudden, yeah, Bear Bachmeyer, who is a affront to college football by wearing number 47 as a quarterback, has the Cougs 8-0. I thought we were done with those frauds, and yet here they are.
Yeah. And with that win, football analysts have indeed lost their marbles and now completely believe that BYU will be the only team from the Big 12 getting in, and Texas will be one of the first teams left out.
Well,
Or
they've got
Texas,
Texas has
Texas,
other issues on their
Texas
hands.
Tech, Texas Tech. My
Oh, okay.
apologies. Texas Tech will be the first team left out of the 12-team playoff, and Notre Dame will be the second. So these analysts have indeed lost their marbles and
I
have
thought Notre Dame was ranked like 12th already, even though they have 2 losses.
they are ranked 12th right now. The only weird stuff can happen from here.
Yeah, don't lose to BC this weekend.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, yeah. One and
BC is a god awful football team.
1-7 BC. Yeah, we're gonna have some problems. We have the 74th out of 131 football teams, 74th hardest schedule remaining on the year. So I think we're in a good spot. OU has number 2. OU has the second hardest football schedule remaining.
Is that any good?
Nope. That just screams Venable firing. I expected and expected only.
Well, one of the teams that OU is going to play is Missouri. They lost to Vanderbilt last week in a truly terrible football game. It was 17-10. Bo Pribula got hurt in a nasty injury in the third quarter as Missouri got first and goal at the 1 and couldn't score because they just decided that, you know what, I'm just going to beat my head against that brick wall right there 4 times. And, of course, the brick wall won. So Missouri loses the game. They lose their quarterback. They had to play a true freshman who actually didn't look bad. Led him on a touchdown drive, no less. But I kind of think Vandy's fraudulent. In fact, I very much think Vandy's fraudulent, but we'll get to that later. Any thoughts on that game as a whole?
I thought, my biggest takes from this game watching it were first and foremost, why is Kevin Coleman Jr. not in the Heisman Trophy conversation? That guy is an absolute freak show. I mean, he's just weird. He can do everything on the field. He's actually quite impressive, genuinely. I really hope the Raiders pull their heads out of their tails and draft somebody that's half as good as that guy this year. But yeah, I mean, it was interesting. Diego Pavia was nothing special at all. 129 passing yards in this game. Vandy's defense up front, their front 6 dudes are legit. I mean, to hold Ahmad Hardy to 97 yards on 20 rushes, I mean, Hardy's good. He's a good back. He's not better than Jeremiah Love, some would argue, but he's a good back all the way across the board. So I was impressed. I was impressed by Vandy's defense. Vandy's offense is lackluster at best. There's a good chance they make the playoffs and probably get dusted by a good offense the first game. So
Diego Pavia has not thrown for 200 yards against a Power 4 team in his last 12 games against them.
hey,
200. That's not a high bar.
Hey, man, that's the number 4 guy on the board for the Heisman. Don't be disrespecting him.
No, he's a great player. He's just not a very good thrower.
No, the Heisman Trophy is just not real these days.
They shouldn't award it this year. There's nobody deserving.
It's just bad stuff.
Alabama nearly lost South Carolina. I think they should have. It was 29-22. They were down 8 with like 3 minutes left in the game. They came back, scored a touchdown, got the 2-point conversion. They came out dead in this game. Dead. And credit South Carolina. They freaking showed up. But Bama survives. These games happen under DeBoer. He's more likely to lose to an unranked team than he is to a ranked one. Luckily for him in the playoffs, it's all ranked teams. So he's got that going for him. But it's just it's a pattern. And I will keep that in mind for future use.
They're just asleep at the wheel in this game. It felt like. I mean, it really is truly a miracle that they won this game because every single stat column that you look at, they lost. They lost the turnover battle. They lost time of possession. They had more penalties, less plays, worse on third down, worse on fourth down, less first downs, less yards. How do you lose this game? I mean, you just don't. Nobody else loses. The only thing they won was the freaking scoreboard. That's it.
Lenore Sellers fumble. That'll do the job.
Yep.
As we get further down, I mean, we've got like North Carolina almost won a game. They lose to Virginia in overtime. They were about 2 inches short on the 2-point conversion from Billy B earning a win there.
You know what?
Um,
Good for them for going for two. I'm so tired of watching
100%.
teams that have the second overtime just kick a field goal. You're gonna have to go for two next time you have the ball. Run your best 2 point play right now. Get this over with.
Exactly. Exactly.
Have some stones.
Wake Forest beat SMU in a game that set offensive football back 40 years, 13-12. The kick was made at the gun. It was a 50-yard kick. It somehow cleared the upright and hit the goal, like the goalpost stanchion. So it hit the pad there underneath the goalpost. I was like, oh, he missed it short. And then the refs throw up a good. I was like, what? But seeing the replay, that was like, oh my gosh, what a kick.
That's just an unbelievable game. SMU is playing. I mean, they're night and day from last year. It's actually kind of sad to see how far that the Mighty has fallen off the scale.
Yeah. Iowa beat the piss out of Minnesota. Hated to see that. Take home the Floyd, take home the pig, 41-3.
I just want to
Oof.
say, starting point. We apologize to the viewers for telling you bets last week. Uh, told you Oregon, Wisconsin was going to hit the over because Oregon was going to do that by themselves, and then we told you Minnesota was going to cover the 8.5, and we're just blatantly honest. We're just liars, and we all lost money last week. I'm sorry.
I went 1-6. Hand up. That's on me.
Oh gosh.
Many apologies there. Texas down 17 in the fourth quarter against Mississippi State. Arch puts the team on his back. Go out, win in overtime, 45-38. He did get concussed. Some dude speared the back of his head and made him a head sandwich there on the grass there at Mississippi State. So he's in the protocol. He's questionable for Saturday. I lean towards him playing, but we'll see. Protocol is protocol.
Yeah, watching this game, you almost thought in your head that Sark was just playing dynasty mode, and he decided that he was just going to throw it to the try to just rack up yards with his best receiver on his team. So he just threw it to Ryan Wingo every single play and was like, "Go get as many yards as you can here, buddy." I believe the stat was Ryan Wingo had 153 yards after catch. I could be overstating that.
You're about right. I think it was pretty close to that. And he only had 5 catches.
Yes.
They targeted
It
him
was
12 times. He had 5 catches and 3 drops.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some of the
But yeah,
drops were like terrible drops too. Like one of them was a slant that he was going to score on.
I
And he
remember
just
I
drops
remember that
it.
one. I remember that one. I don't remember what the other two were.
There was one where Arch steps up the pocket because naturally he was under pressure, uncorks a seed right to Wingo, and it's a crossing route. There's nobody in the middle of the field. It's Wingo, and there's nobody within 15 yards of him. It's a little bit of a high ball, but it's one that you'd expect a D1 receiver to catch 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
And drops that one, and I forget what the third one was, but yeah, not a efficient day on 5 receptions on 12 targets, but holy cow! I mean, he had 180 yards and a touchdown. Not bad.
Yeah. 180 yards, a touchdown, and
And he got tackled at the 2 other times.
Yeah, that's just an insane amount of yards after catch. I mean, 100. I'm probably overstating it. It was somewhere in between 150 and 112. But it was a ridiculous amount of yards after catch. It was
Well,
just
you love
insane.
when the big, tall, strong, fast guy does big, tall, strong, fast guy stuff. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And you just love when Sark just dials it up and he's like, just get this guy freaking open. Just get him open.
Yeah.
Find a way.
Did you see Miami's jerseys last week against Stanford?
I did not.
Oh, they were like military jerseys. They were army green camo. It was terrible. They were terrible. And they were losing to Stanford early. But Mario punched in a touchdown. He called timeout with like 30 seconds left and punched a touchdown in for all the boosters who took Miami on the spread. So they won 42-7 against Stanford.
Yeah. I'm looking at the jerseys right now. Yeah, disgusting.
Some of the worst you'll ever see for a school like that.
Who gave Carson Beck a matching throwing sleeve? This is
terrible.
gross.
Adidas needs to be in prison.
Just nasty work.
A&M beat LSU. We touched on that. Brian Kelly killed a kid and got fired.
Game was a. I mean, if you watch that game and you don't think Texas A&M is legit as hell, I don't know what you're missing. You can't see much more to not think Texas A&M is just disgusting.
Marcel Reed will throw you the ball, and he's good for one interception a game where you're like, what in the hell was that?
It could have
And then
been way
every other
worse.
throw is just right where it needs to be.
This score could have been 21 points worse because there was 3 times that I remember where it was like, what in the hell are you doing? The one in the end zone where he throws the slant and the safety's just standing there. I'm
That
like,
was the what in the hell are you
yeah.
seeing there?
I was like, dude, your vision is blurry, bro. There's no way you didn't see that guy standing there. He has a
It's
different colored jersey on.
he
Like,
threw it like Colin Klein was in his ear, like, I don't care, just throw it. And so he's like,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Just bad stuff.
Not good.
Anyways. So, but hey, you
Houston
know
beat
what?
Arizona State last week. How about that? The Cougs are 7-1.
Arizona State just gave it to him at the end there. They just
Sam
like
Levitt's hurt again too, and Jordan Tyson I think is doubtful this week. They play at Iowa State. Could be a problem.
Arizona State, they tried to make the crazy comeback there at the end. And they had the ball going in with time and threw a pick, if I remember right. They did something really stupid at the end
You
right
would be
there.
correct.
Yeah.
And then the last game of the night was actually Utah was up 43-0 on Colorado at halftime, and Colorado had -8 yards at halftime. That's about all that needs to be said there.
Yeah. After watching that game, I think it's clear that Dion needs to go to Arkansas. I'm almost certain of it now. I think it's time. I think Arkansas has found their head coach for next year.
Boy, wouldn't that be something? No, Bobby freaking Petrino. That guy is angling for it.
Bobby Petrino.
I still can't believe it. Neck brace and all.
Neck brace and all. My biggest problem with this team right now, this Colorado team, is why is whatchamacallit still not playing? Like, we heard so much about that really good quarterback that Colorado was
Julian
bringing.
Lewis? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, they were like, we got a 5-star quarterback. He's about to be the best of the best. He's not even the backup quarterback.
Remember they trotted out that NPC white dude like Ryan Staub or whatever for a game? It's like, what are we doing?
Ryan Staub played on Saturday. He 4 for 8 for 65 yards. He came out and played because Caden Slater was 9 for 22 for 37 yards and a pick. So they said, let's run the white man out. Let's see if the white man knows how to play football.
Nope.
Like, I don't understand. Is the kid that bad? Or are they just like, we're not that good of a team this year. Let's retain his red shirt, get him a year of practice squad play, and we're going to let him unload next year when he's good and ready to play.
Still, they get 4 games and they get to keep their red shirt.
Yeah. I don't understand it. Maybe the kid sucks. He's a 5-star. Like
they do get to see him every day, but, you wouldn't think he's terrible.
I mean, he was a 5-star, and he was the number 2 quarterback in the class of 2024. So, I mean, you'd imagine that he'd be pretty dang good.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
maybe I'm just off the market, and I just don't know. Maybe I'm just an idiot.
Maybe we just don't know ball.
We just don't know ball, I think. So, I mean, either that or maybe friggin' On 3 and whoever else does ratings doesn't know ball. Maybe we do know ball.
It's somebody else who is wrong, correct?
Yes. Never us. We're never wrong.
Correct. One other game, Memphis was down 17 to USF and came all the way back and won. That looks like it's going to kill the USF to the playoff dream. Memphis has a nice little track there as Tulane is getting their asses handed to them by the Triangle of Toughness. Mimi, go Runners, baby. Tonight. But so Memphis has the inside track for the playoff spot out of the group of 5. And all they have to do, and we'll transition now into week 10. Already week 10. How about that? Friday night, Memphis, who now has a number next to their name, all they got to do is win out, and they're going to make the playoff. And all they have to do is go to Houston and play little old Rice. Poor Rice, the Owls. I think Rice could pull an upset here. I don't be not saying it's going to happen, but I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised.
I think this American Conference is about to get shook up like crazy.
I'm here for it. Let's get chaos.
I mean, there's a lot of great stuff that's about to happen. This Memphis schedule is not easy. The remainder of the year,
Let James Madison in the playoff. They are just beating the absolute piss out of teams.
Yeah,
They
Hey,
hung 60 on Old Dominion and just hung 50 on Texas State.
yeah, I'm
They're
telling you,
hanging burgers on teams, man.
this remainder of this Memphis schedule is not easy. It is not easy. You play at Rice, then you play Tulane, at Eastern Carolina, then you play undefeated Navy. They're not going to be undefeated at that point in time because the
Marcus Freeman hates America.
Marcus Freeman hates the troops, and Navy plays North Texas this week. So,
That's going to
um,
be a banger, too.
yes, correct.
But Tulane's getting their doors blown off right now. But we've got Memphis, we've got Navy, and we've got UNT all right there. And they all kind of play each other.
Yeah.
We're going to get some chaos down the stretch. I can't wait. I might have
Is
to
there
pop out to Denton for a UNT game.
I haven't looked much um at the conference breakdowns for the G5, I guess technically G6 maybe. Um have you is the Mountain West team still alive, or UNLV still is
I
there
mean,
still a chance?
technically, but UNLV is such a freaking paper tiger. They're so fraudulent. Like, so I'll give you the odds for the playoff to make the just to make the playoff. Your G5 kind of group here. So Memphis is plus 470, Navy's plus 880. These are all on FanDuel. North Texas plus 440, and USF 3-1. So USF is still the favorite out of the American. But then you've
Okay.
got Boise, who's plus 1,300. San Diego State is your other Mountain West team.
They're one loss. One
And
loss
they are
Mountain.
2,200 to make the playoff. And then James Madison is plus 370. So right now, your G5 favorite is still USF. And I just don't agree with that. I just don't.
I just can't imagine that's right. It's going to come down to a committee decision though, because it's going to be whoever the committee values as the best team that wins the conference.
Yeah.
Not best record, best team that wins out of these.
By the way, Notre Dame minus 325 to make the playoff.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. It's because we don't play anybody the rest of the year. So the chances of making the playoffs are high. I think things are about to get really weird. I think that a lot of people see 5 SEC teams making the playoffs. I, on the other hand, do not. That conference is going to get really shooken up really quickly in the next couple of weeks.
Love that.
A lot of weird stuff remaining to happen. Potential. Hey, I would be willing to say that there probably won't be a undefeated SEC team making the playoffs, because I think Texas A&M has a very good chance of losing to Texas at the end of the year. Just because the way that it just means a little bit more. Just means a little bit more.
Nobody walks into DKR and lives to tell the tale.
Yeah, it just means a little bit more. Anyway,
Right.
okay, we're getting off track. I'm putting in stuff that's just too far away. Let's get back.
We'll get to cross that path here soon. But first, let's talk about. So Penn State, Ohio State is this weekend, and remember this game this offseason. Ohio State was a 4-point favorite in the summer. They're now 21-point favorites. How is Penn State going to score? I just don't know if they can.
I don't know if they can either. I mean, this was the slate that at the beginning of the year, everybody saw it and was like,
nobody bother me November 1st.
Yep. Nobody bother me November 1st, because Penn State's playing Ohio State. There's a ton of bangers. But point being made, I don't know if this is definitely a losable game for 100% loss for Penn State. I don't think in any way, shape, or form Penn State could win this game. But yeah, I don't know how they're going to score. I don't know how they're going to score at all, to be perfectly honest with you. Meanwhile, be within 19.5 points of them.
Yeah. Texas Vanderbilt. I will be at this game Saturday. How about that? First time to Austin for a game at DKR.
Let's go, baby.
And I might get to see Arch. Who could say? He's questionable on the injury report. If I had to guess now, I think he plays. I just think when you look at Vanderbilt, they offensively have not been anything special in conference play. Defense is very good. Don't get me wrong. But in a game that features two elite defenses, and I think Texas is full stop just is better than Vanderbilt's. I just trust the Texas defense a little bit more. I think it's going to be a rock fight, first to 20 type game. I'll take Texas like 21-10. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be an ugly, gross, like NFL type final score.
Are
I
you
do think
spamming?
Arch plays and we'll do just enough.
Are you spamming this under?
Yeah. Like, I don't see a path to where this game's played in the 30s. I just don't.
Does it
Unless there's
worry?
just pick sixes, punt returns, and all sorts of weird stuff.
Does it worry you with the way that Jeff Lebby came out and played Texas last week that Vanderbilt doesn't take some out of that playbook and find a way to score some points here?
If it was maybe a different team, but Vandy doesn't do anything that Mississippi State does. Like,
Fair.
you look at State, and it's Art Briles stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It's pace and space and quick game and all, the whole bit. And Vandy, they do their stuff well, but they're essentially a triple option team. So it's a different style. I don't think Vandy can replicate that.
And Vandy should not have won on Saturday. I'll be the first to say it. They should have lost to Mizzou, 100%.
Should have.
Mizzou beat themselves. Vandy did not beat Mizzou last week.
This is also Texas's first home game in 42 days.
Yeah.
And so I think you're going to get a home run effort heading into a bye week, empty the tank. I think Texas wins by multiple scores.
It just means more for Texas right here. I like it. I like it a lot.
Desperate team theory, Texas does need this game more.
100%. Texas needs to win every game left on their schedule. So, yeah.
Yep. Duke, Clemson, yuck.
Clemson's favored. Disgusting.
Clemson's so bad. They're so bad.
This is a pick this week, too. I mean, this is a gross pick.
Oh. I would take Clemson, I think, if Klubnik plays. He's been injured. But, I mean, Duke, every game they have in a big spot, they just fumble all over themselves. Like, I don't trust them on the road at Clemson.
If Duke wins this game, does Dabo Swinney get fired?
No, but it might mean Dabo could look for other opportunities. Dabo Swinney, LSU head coach?
You don't think at this point in time he's on a short leash?
No. No, with what he's done there, I think he's not.
Interesting.
I do. If Dabo ever leaves, I think it's going to be on a
on his terms.
On his terms, like I want to go somewhere else.
Yeah, fair enough.
Miami goes to SMU this weekend here in Dallas. Miami's like a 10.5, 11-point favorite. I mean, do you trust Mario to cover a game with a spread this big on the road? Funny enough, stat I couldn't believe until I actually saw it. This is the first time that Miami has left the state of Florida this entire season.
Wow.
It's November 1st, and this is the first time they've left Florida.
I think Miami's going to come out and tallywhack them. I think they've taken their loss to the chin pretty hard, and they gave Stanford pretty much a tallywhacking last week. I think that they'll continue that path, and SMU is a extremely fraudulent team for what their record shows.
I'll take Miami to win. I just don't think I think it'll be closer than you think. I'll take Miami by 7. 27-20.
I don't hate it. Hate it.
It's going to be cold-ish. It's going to be like 60s down here Saturday. Yeah, give me a closer one.
If I was to bet on it, Etzel, I would take Miami to cover this line. I think that it matters more. It's that time of the year. It just matters a little bit more.
Hey, they're not in the SEC though, so
does
it really matter more?
No, I mean all they got to do is win the ACC.
No big deal, right?
One more loss, and they're not going to even play for an ACC ballot.
How about that? Navy comes to North Texas, 7-0 against 7-1. North Texas is about a touchdown favorite. If I had to take a side, I'd take Navy. I think Navy's pretty good, man.
Yeah, I like it, especially after watching the North Texas game last Friday. Playing Charlotte that tight for 3 quarters is disgusting. You know, people probably go look at the scoreboard on that game. It was like 53-20 or something. The Mean Green scored like 33 points unanswered in that in the fourth quarter of that
They were
game.
down by 3 at one point, and then all of a sudden it's just a haymaker.
They were down at half. They were down at half. It was
Mestamaker
just
threw for 600.
yeah. It was a disgusting. He also threw like 3 interceptions in the first half. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. And then he came out and he said, "Who's your daddy?" in the second half, and just tallywhacked the Charlotte Miners.
Yeah, he did.
And nothing was more Charlotte Miner fashion than to just roll over and take it. Genuinely, just take this beating.
They knew their purpose in that game, and it
Yeah.
was to get beat down.
Yeah, they rolled over and took it. So yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I think that if North Texas comes out slow, like they did against Charlotte last week, this game could get ugly quickly because Navy's going to control the ball the whole time.
Yeah.
So
Horvath is a stud.
Yeah, you got to value your possessions against the midshipmen because you're not going to get that many of them. You got to value them.
Upset alert special. Virginia Tech is hosting Louisville. I think VT could win this game.
Interesting.
I like Louisville, but they're not at home. Braum historically is a big favorite on the road, is not very good. I just think it could get dicey there in Blacksburg. I just think it'll be close.
You
So
taking
that would be my upset special.
Virginia Tech to lay the 10.5, or you going strictly money line on VT?
I mean, I'll take the 10.5, but don't be surprised if they win.
Hey, I don't mind that at all. Miller Moss can get a little bit weird and do stuff that he should definitely not be doing. So that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Oh yeah. Georgia, Florida, world's largest outdoor cocktail party in Jacksonville. It's about a touchdown. Oh, sorry, about to sneeze and cough at the same time over here. Georgia's a touchdown favorite in Jacksonville. If Florida's still in this season and cares, I think they can make this a game. If they don't, I think Georgia's going to walk all over them here. We'll know early. If Florida still cares, it'll be a tight game. If they don't, they'll just get their doors beat in.
Yeah, this line is kind of interesting to me. I feel like Vegas kind of threw in one of those lines where they're quite unsure on what's going to happen on this game, because if it was, a game where they were like, oh, this could be close, you could see 3.5, and if it was going to be a blowout, you could see 10.5. But even Vegas doesn't know. Yeah, Vegas doesn't know what the heck to do with this one.
I'd lean on it being like, why is it only 7.5 instead of like 10.5? But
yeah, I don't know. I'm not touching it. I know that. I'm staying the heck away from that game because Georgia is, Gunnar Stockton can do anything against a good defense. He could throw the ball to you, or he could throw for 500. Who knows?
Who could say? Indiana goes to Maryland. They're 3 touchdown road favorites. I don't think Indiana's in trouble here, but Maryland, Malik Washington, the freshman quarterback, is an absolute stud. So I could see some points in this, but I think Indiana's in no real danger to lose. I do kind of like the over, though.
Yeah, I love the over on that. 50.5 points is fairly promising. Indiana's looked damn good.
Oh, I thought that was 59.5. It's only 50.5? Yeah, hammer.
50.5. Yeah, that's getting hammered. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, man, they might do that by themselves. I mean, they did it last
game
week
being like 45-24.
Yeah.
Like, I could see a really high scoring game.
Signetti does not take his foot off the gas pedal ever. You'll never see
Signetti's trying to win Mendoza Heisman. So, yeah, he's not taking his foot off the gas.
Indiana does not put backups in. That is for damn sure. So.
No. Pitt, Mason Heinschel, true freshman, is absolutely slinging the pill right now. They've won 3 in a row, and they are 14-point favorites at Stanford. Scary spot. I think Stanford could come out and bite them here. Nothing from me, but probably won't even watch, to be honest with you. But
I'm not betting on this game. As a Notre Dame fan, please win, Pitt. We need as many wins as you can get before we play at the end of the season. We're praying you're ranked.
Get a number by Pitt's name by the time you play them.
We're praying you're ranked, so we can claim we have 2 ranked wins on our schedule that are to 2 fraudulent teams. Yeah.
Well, who's not ranked is Boston College. They're 1-7, and you guys are 30-point favorites essentially. So it's no MAC school, so I think you're okay.
Hey, Hey, bye week last week, hammer the over right here. 55.5 just doesn't seem like enough.
And you're not at Notre Dame Stadium, so you're in the friendly confines of somewhere
That's
else.
that's what I'm saying. It's even more scary that we're gonna head out to Boston College and puts the 60 burger on them. That's just really unfortunate for them.
Upset special number 2. Texas Tech is going to Kansas State. I like K-State to win. I don't need the 7.
You like it money line?
Money line.
Wow,
They're going to win.
wowzers. Um,
Baron Morton, I don't think he's 100% healthy, but he's playing because Will Hammond tore his ACL last year, their backup. So now
yeah,
it's Baron Morton and some unproven stuff back there.
yeah.
Worries me.
I think
Worries me.
I think Kansas State 7.5. I'll lay them on that. I'm not taking a money line. I have no faith in Avery Johnson. He is just butt.
Hey, K-State's been better lately. They've won 3 out of 4, and the one they lost was to Baylor, and they should have won because that game was just complete chaos.
This Kansas State has to me been the most disappointing team of the year. Genuinely.
I mean, Penn State did get their coach fired, but
Yes, no, Penn State is up there. But honestly, I couldn't care more less about Penn State. I wish they would lose every single game for the rest of their time in existence. Kansas State to me disappoints me because I actually liked Avery Johnson before the season started,
I was
and then
about to say they were preseason favorites in the Big 12.
yep. Then he sold me game one of my bets, and I said I'm no longer like Avery Johnson. He's a bum. So
Then they nearly lost to freaking an FCS school, and then they did lose to Army. And it's like, holy cow.
they're just bad, man. They're just
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Michigan State is going to Minnesota. Minnesota's a field goal favorite. I like the Ghosts.
Yeah.
Michigan State's terrible.
They looked good last week, but I think Michigan is bad too. So I don't know. I like if I was to go somewhere, I think Minnesota money line would be.
Ghosts don't lose home games, so I just think they'll win. And if I think they're going to win, I think they'll win by more than 3.
Is PJ Fleck gonna leave? Is he gonna
Probably
get a
not.
new coaching job somewhere?
I mean, the 2 biggest games they've had this year, they lost to Ohio State 42-3, and they lost to Iowa 41-3. So it's tough. But for all Fleck is, he doesn't lose home games.
Yeah.
And this one is at the bank. So
There you go.
Virginia 7-1 is going to Cal. Weird travel spot. They're going out to the West Coast. A 2:45 kickoff, so it's not quite like the weird 10 p.m. body clock kick. I still like Cal here, though. I'm not sure they'll win, but I think they keep it tight.
This line is just disgusting. 5.5 points is just really, really weird. Almost like Vegas thinks that Cal's got a chance to win this one pretty substantially.
Yeah.
I like Cal to lay the 5.5. Make me a sucker. Do it.
There we go. South Carolina is going to Ole Miss. Like we said, Ole Miss just can't trip and fall all over themselves. I don't know if South Carolina's quit or not, though. I think Ole Miss wins. I'm not sure they cover. I lean towards them doing so just because I don't know if South Carolina is there mentally, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think South Carolina lays the 12.5 right here. I think this game is probably pretty close. I also like the over in this game if Lenore Sellers figures it out. So
I like that. I like that a lot. Arizona, Colorado. I like Colorado at home. I know they looked like crap last week. It's very college football to look like crap last week. They'll come out and beat Arizona.
does Colorado have 4 games remaining? Because they might bring out the new quarterback.
They do have 4 games left. They played 8. They have exactly 4 left.
We need to go take a look and see if Julian Lewis is playing this week and retract to see if we're good to bet on the Colorado Buffs.
Come on, Dion. Play the young guy.
Just let him play. Just get him some snaps, man. That's all we ask for.
Exactly. USC goes to Nebraska. Nebraska's a 6-point home underdog. This is a battle of a movable object against a stoppable force. Lincoln Riley, when traveling 2 time zones at USC, is 1-7. Nebraska has not beaten a top 25 school in like 15 years, and Matt Rule hasn't beaten one since he was at Temple. Something must give, and I don't know which one it's going to be. I know you can't end in ties here. It's on the table.
Give me the Trojans money line. No rain in the forecast. This USC team's pretty
Just gonna
good
be
offensively.
cold, and we know the South California guys. I mean,
Hey,
I
I'll
don't
tell I'll
know.
tell you one thing. If I learned anything from watching the USC Notre Dame game, it's that I know USC is good offensively, and I don't think Nebraska is going to be capable of playing catch up.
I'll fight you on this. Come on, Matt Rule. Don't let me down. Go Corn, baby.
Go Corn! Wow.
Maybe the best game of the day. OU goes to Tennessee. Just a 2.5-point spread. I haven't seen anybody pick OU all week. Haven't seen a single person. And it's just Tennessee minus 2.5. Seems fishy.
I don't need the points, Etzel. I don't need the points. Give me Rocky Top money line. OU's fraud.
I kind of lean OU.
Gosh, no.
I kind of lean OU.
There's just no way. There's no way.
Favorite plays the over, though.
Okay, I like the over. I like the over.
Georgia Tech goes to NC State. Georgia Tech, undefeated 8-0, and they're only 5.5-point favorites at NC State. Could get weird. I like Georgia Tech, but by like a field goal. I don't think they cover.
I do like Georgia Tech as well. I'll probably throw them into my small baby lay and just take a money line because I think they'll win this game. But yeah, 6.5 is a lot to ask. And this NC State team, not as bad as their record shows, I don't think.
Correct. Last one, Cincy goes to Utah. Utah's a 10-point favorite in this game. 10. I'd take Utah.
Are you taking Utah for the points?
Yeah, I'll lay them.
Interesting. I like the Cincinnati team, man. I really do. I really do. But it scares me. 10.5-point favorites is a lot. 9:15 game. Got to travel halfway across the country.
In Utah.
You know what? Give me the over. 54.5. Right.
Okay. If Dampier plays, I think they can run the ball on Cincy. So
yeah.
I like that.
Yep. I would agree. One other game I got for you. The latest game of the evening. The 9:30 game.
Oh, the Bows, baby.
Your very own 6-2 Rainbow Warriors are taking on the 2-5 San Jose State Spartans. San Jose opened up at 2.5-point favorites. Their now line has been bet down to 1.5. This game could get really interesting. Hawaii does not do well when traveling. I would take San Jose minus the 1.5.
I'm on the same page as you. Hawaii on the mainland, not a good football team. Give me the Spartans.
I love it.
And that is week 10. How about that? We missed, as we've been talking, I mean, Tulane scored again, but there's 2 minutes left, and UTSA has a ball at like 5.
Yeah.
17, actually. So, I mean, shout out to the Roadrunners. They're going to get a big win here. Yeah. What a week we've got ahead of us. I can't wait to get to Austin. It'll be good to get down there, get to DKR, watch the game. And then we've got some good games scattered throughout the day. So looking forward to it, man.
Hey, you know what? The more I look at this Vandy Texas game, Etzel, I start thinking of all the incredible things that could happen. And I think one of the most incredible things that's going to happen is that tomorrow is Halloween. And that 11 a.m. game, those kids are not going to bed that night. They're going to party all the way through. Too. Yeah, they're going to party all the way through, baby. And I bet that stadium is going to be the loudest stadium Vanderbilt's played in all season long.
Fire it up, man. I can't wait.
I think that's going to be incredible. I'm sitting over here looking at games, and I was like, oh, shoot, tomorrow is Halloween.
I'm going to leave here early Saturday, probably like 6:30 or 7. Get down there, have a breakfast taco, go walk campus. Oh,
that's going to be
orange by 100, baby.
That's going to be exceptional. I'm waiting. I wish I would have received my invite. I would have been down there.
I haven't open invited any of my travel plans.
You should have shot me a text and said, hey, man, need tickets for this game. I'd have been there. That would have been an electric game to go to.
I do have a spot in my hotel room.
Now I can't get there to friggin' tomorrow night. No way.
Oh,
I had to plan ahead. You got to give me a week in advance.
jeez. I know. Well, hey,
Weeks.
I still need to get up to Oklahoma at some point for some golf. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, I'm playing with the boys on Saturday at 11:45. Yeah.
Where are we playing at? Lincoln?
Oh man, we're taking the week off of Lincoln. We're heading out to the Golf Club of Edmond.
Oh, nice
Um,
track out there. It's hype.
Tyler St. John's is trying to get me to a link style course, so he has a better chance of winning. So
Just trying to stack the deck.
he wants the tighter course, a little bit shorter. He could play more 4-iron, not have to hit driver as much. I have to hit driver because my drive iron goes the same distance as his 2-iron. So yeah, he's trying to tighten the playing field for us, but I think nonetheless he'll be another just satisfying W, and he'll be paying for my round of golf. So
That's right. Stay in the fight and freaking go win it.
yep, as long as he gives me 4 strokes aside, we're all good to go.
We're cooking.
Yeah.
Cooking. Anything else before we get out of here? I know you've been studying all day, and adversity is at an all-time high for you.
Oh man. Yeah, wait, go look at that Snapchat video I sent you later of all the pages I've studied in that book so far. It's been right now I had to switch notebooks over because I'd finished the notebook all the way through with notes. So
How about that?
it's been an exceptional time.
How about it? We'll get some rest, my guy. I know
Yeah.
you need it.
Absolutely.
Until next time, peace out.